Today we're doing what I call a figure it out Fridays. It's when I look in the fridge, I see what I got, and I try to make a meal out of it. What we have is a creamy garlic shrimp and a pink sauce. It's so good and it's on your table in 20 minutes. Top that with some basil, a little more cheese, and it's delicious. So let's get to it.
We're going to start by salting our pasta water. We're going to cook our penne about 2 minutes short of al dente since it's going to finish cooking in the sauce. I'm using San Marzano tomatoes because they really give the sauce a great taste, but you can definitely use cherry tomatoes as well and just chop them in half. Slice your basil by stacking the leaves on top of each other, rolling them, and then just cutting straight across to produce strips. You'll use this in our sauce and for our garnish, so we want them to be thinly and nicely sliced. I'm using diced shallots in our sauce. I love this recipe. It's all simple ingredients that you have at home, but if you don't have shallots, you can use yellow onions or even white onion as well. I'm using large shrimp since they do shrink when you cook them. You want to make sure they're deveined and cleaned. I'm patting them dry with a paper towel, and then I'm seasoning them with olive oil, smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and then some fresh crushed garlic. We're gonna then combine that and set that aside. Add your olive oil and butter to your pan on medium heat and let that heat up for about a minute or two. We're then going to add in our shrimp and cook for about a little under a minute on each side. By the time you've placed them down, it'll be time to flip in the order of the shrimp you first laid down. You really don't want to overcook your shrimp, and it's going to cook more in our sauce. Remove your shrimp, and into that same pan, because we don't want to waste all that delicious flavor, add in your butter. You're then going to saute your shallots and garlic until aromatic. This should take about 2 minutes. Our shallots are looking nice and translucent, so I'm going to go ahead and add in our tomato paste and cook that down a bit for 3 to 4 minutes or until it slightly deepens in color. We're then going to add in our heavy cream and combine that well until it's fully combined before we add in our tomatoes. Add in your tomatoes, and for our seasoning, I'm using oregano, smoked paprika, onion powder, Italian seasoning, and red pepper chili flakes. I'm going to let this cook for about 3 minutes to make sure all of the seasoning is incorporated. And then I'm going to start adding in my freshly grated Parmesan. I also shut off the heat at this point. You want to make sure to add in your parm a little at a time and mixing in between just so that it doesn't clump. Add your shrimp back in and your pasta should now be ready. So go ahead and drain your pasta, but reserve half a cup of that pasta water. Add your penne back in along with your reserved pasta water and let that cook for another 1 to 2 minutes so that the pasta and the shrimp can finish off cooking. Once that's ready, you're gonna go ahead and top it with some of your reserved basil and a little more pecorino, and it's ready to serve. Now, how easy was that? On your table in like 20 minutes. When serving, I topped it with some more fresh parm, and look at that. Now, ain't that something? Hope you guys enjoy. Bon appetit.